So I'm currently in the process of moving out of this apartment, and it's a lot of different emotions at once because this is my very first apartment ever. This is my first experience of adulthood, actually, authentically. I've done a lot of wild shit in and out of this apartment. I pay for it myself, and rent is like almost $1,300 a month just for a one bedroom. I'm not splitting that amongst my roommate. I literally pay like $1,300 a month for this space. I quit fucking school, dropped out. Then I fucking made it big on YouTube. I had a video that went viral, and then like had two videos that kind of went viral actually, and just gained so much attention and success from just that, and so much love and abundance just from that. And it's been a lot. It's been a journey, and I'm actually very surprised that it's already been a fucking year. Like, that's really crazy to me. Like, I remember moving into this space, and now I'm moving out of this space, and it's just very different. It's just very different. But I'm saying that to say that I've been having a lot of feelings recently while thinking about like comfortability. It took me a minute to start packing, right? It took me a minute to start packing. My roommate actually started to move out like a month ago. Like, she was slowly taking her stuff back to her hometown like a month ago, and I was like, damn, like she really on it. Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna wait and wait. And I've been waiting, and it's officially like I have to be out of this crib in like 3 days. And you can't see much, but the only thing that's really been assessed is my closet and my kitchen. So my kitchen it's getting there. And my closet, I know from what you see, it looks like normal, but it's getting there as well. But I'm just saying all that to say that I've been procrastinating. And I kind of want to talk about why I've been procrastinating, because I just realized it, and it's really interesting, the reasoning behind it, and I'm certain that y'all can relate to this dilemma as well. Do you guys like my hair? It's really cute. I didn't need validation, but I really like it. Shout out to my loctician. Love it. But yeah, so I have already been going a lot of changes, and that's because the universe was just preparing me for what was to come. If you guys didn't see I don't know how many videos ago that was, the one where I was talking about healing is hard and I'm tired of learning, that video, I go in depth about like kind of like what, like a life update, and explain to y'all like shit had been rough for me for a good minute. Like, after my birthday, when I was in Hawaii, I got sick. I was tired. It was just a lot going on in my personal life that kind of deterred me away from filming videos and just having a social media presence, just period. But I got through it. I'm pushing through it currently. And ever since then, things have just been different, okay? And that was just the preparation for this right here, this whole thing right here. When you daydream about being successful, living in the house you want, making all the money you want, just normal daydreams that we tend to have, driving the car that you want, you always daydream about it. But when it comes to, I'm not saying like I wasn't working towards those goals, because I have been working very much towards those goals. But it was very interesting because I was so comfortable in this house right here that moving out and actually leveling up kind of like, I kind of didn't want to do it. And it wasn't like I didn't want the success, but it was that I wanted the comfortability. Right now, I'm moving out and I don't know where I'm going. Like, I don't have a new space that's ready for me to move into right now. My mom's house is crowded. I know I can go over there, but it's a lot of people there, and it's like no privacy. Like, since I've been living alone, I've been so used to my privacy, having people over when I want. Currently editing right now. And I just wanted to say that as I'm looking back on this footage, I find it super interesting, the lack mindset that I had
at the moment where I was filming this, like, I thought that I was even though I, had some concerns like what I'm explaining right now, I thought that I was a lot more content internally with my position at that time period. And as I'm looking back on this footage, I'm like, no, I wasn't, because all I'm saying is what I don't have. And just mentioning just things that you could say are negative but really aren't. Like, I'm not homeless. Like, I just don't have a home of my own that I'm paying for. Like, I have friends and I have family whose house that I can go over for months at a time, and that's better than what some other people have. I'm actually just very surprised at how ungrateful I was in this footage, and I felt the need to point that out. Because this channel is all about self development, self awareness, which is one of my favorite tactics, because it's just very important to step back and look at yourself, which is what I'm doing right now. But I'm grateful that I have somewhere to be. I'm grateful that I'm here in the house that I'm at right now, and grateful that I also have my mom's house to go to, and I'm grateful for the people who helped me move out as well. So I just felt like that was super important to say. I'm gonna leave this video alone and let you guys continue to see my lack thought process when it came to this, because I do find it very interesting, because sometimes it takes us a few days and a few deep conversations with the people we love the most to actually realize, shut up bitch, you got everything you need, literally. Everything you need. So let's get back into the video.
It's just it's difficult, kind of. A lot of my friends would live with their parents, and even my friends who live by themselves in the city. Like, I don't want to like overstay my welcome, because I know what it's like to have my own space and to love my solitude. So I don't want to over intrude anyone else's. So yeah, I really don't know like what I'm about to do, but it's really interesting I say that, because recently I've had this feeling of euphoria, like right here, like all right here. Like, I don't even be doing psychedelics all the time. Like, it's just like this true deep understanding and knowing that this is working out exactly in my favor. I've been getting hella signs. Like, I see 111 a lot and 1111 a lot, but I already see angel numbers every day. But recently, it's like I just see those two numbers everywhere. Everywhere. And I'm certain to you, if I counted how many times in a day I seen it, it would probably come up to 11. For so long, it was kind of difficult for me to just trust blindly, faithfully. Like, you just trust that things were gonna work out, and I have never been more certain in my life period, that things are gonna work out, even though I don't know where I'm going, even though like I don't have a car, and it's that kind of situation right there. And it's just really interesting how like euphoric I feel, but that's not to say that I hadn't felt uncomfortable during this process. I don't know if I finished my original thought, but what I was saying about like how we daydream the lives that we want is really interesting. When it comes time to get just that, you don't always have to know how you're going to get it. Like I just said, I don't have a new space waiting for me that's ready, that I can take all this shit, because I got a lot of shit. And for a minute, I was stressed because I did not have those things. Like, and let me not say do not have. Like, I don't like that terminology. I wasn't aware of how I was going to get those things. Manifestation, of course, crystals, law of attraction, but also the law of vibration. I want to talk about that more, because I've been realizing how important the law of vibration is, more so than anything. But I've been doing my practices like that, but I still didn't know the how. And like I've said before, my job is not to know the how, but there was a period of time where I was not at ease with that. The first apartment that I applied for and wanted or thought I wanted actually declined me. And it was weird because like I had the money in my bank account, like my bank statements proved that I afforded this apartment, but they still denied me. And then they proceeded to ask for 2 years worth of tax returns. And I'm like, for 2 years I was in college. Like I was working at Domino's. Like this isn't gonna prove anything. I kept telling them my business really just blew up in December, January of this year, and they weren't really trying to have it. And so I got a tarot reading, and my reader was just like, really assess what you want. Like, why do you want this space? Why did you want this apartment? What was it about it that you liked? And I told him, and come to find out, things were correlating in relation to my childhood trauma, which is why I wanted certain things in this apartment, like space for my friends, or like two bathrooms because I want my friends to have their own bathroom, or a sleeper sofa in my office so that if my friends wanted to spend the night they could. And he's like, why are you talking so much about your friends? Like, them niggas paying rent. And I was like, whoa, okay. And that all related to things that I had to deal with in my childhood, because growing up, my mom is a Libra. I think that's enough said. But she was also the glue in the family. So, you know, Libras are the scale. They like shit to be balanced. Anybody that needed anything, my mom gave it to them. So growing up, there weren't many times where somebody else was not living with us. So I should have said that the other way around. Many times in my life, it was me, my mom, and another family member living with us. And family would just kind of, when one would leave, the other would come in. Like, there weren't many times where it was just me and my mom. And I liked it most when it was just me and my mom, because it's just easier that way. It's really just easier. But there was always somebody living in our third bedroom, and yeah, always somebody that had influence over the way that I thought about things and viewed the world and just stuff like that. So I was literally doing the exact same thing that my mom was doing, because that's literally just the way I've been raised. Not to say that I can't have friends over, that I can't have certain accommodations for them, but when it comes to generally looking for what I want in a home, I don't need to take them niggas into consideration. Love y'all, but nah. So that was my dilemma, and it's like I had to sit down and really reassess what I want in a space. And now that I know what I want in a space, I already trust that it's coming to me. But that doesn't mean that this transitional period is not still weird. Like, it's just interesting. Like I said, so much has happened here that it's hard to move on. To an extent, it's really hard. Like, the other day, I have mirrors right here on this wall. And I was getting ready to, like, I was taking down all of my, just cleaning up as much as I could and putting as much away as I can. I really started with the closet. But for some reason, I was like, let me take these down. So I take these mirrors down, and then AB was over here. I took them down, put them in the living room, and me and her both walked into my room, and we kind of just looked at the wall. It was like, this shit weird. Like, this does not look right. Like, this does not sit well with me in my system. Like, put them shits back up. So I put them back up, and it's just like, like you really grow through uncomfortability. And it's so interesting to me, because it's just like, bitch, I want to be comfortable, but I'm finding how to create space during this time period and learn how to self-soothe as well during this time period. And it's really helpful. But yeah, I'm excited for this new journey. I don't know where I'm going, but I trust it wholeheartedly. Oh, if you guys were interested to know what I'm wearing, this is actually my merch. These are the t-shirts that I am waiting to come back from my manufacturer at this very moment, and then I will be dropping my brand. If you don't know, follow us on Instagram. It's Brown Girl the Brand. And .com, IG, whatever. But this, okay, let me finally explain to you guys what my merch is. So y'all liked my poetry, so I put it on t-shirts, and I'm so fucking excited, man. So this shirt right here, well, this is not, it's gonna be a shirt. This is actually a sample piece that I had gotten from another manufacturer, and I did not like it. So the colors on here are faded. This is DTG direct to garment printing, and my shirts are all screen printed. They're very vibrant. They're great fucking quality. I searched far and wide for a streetwear t-shirt brand that had quality, like just quality, okay? And all of my friends who modeled in the pictures were like, bitch, this is it. This shit is lit. I love it, and get your coin. Anyway, so this one right here, it says, I will no longer cut myself in half to make another feel whole. And if you know, this is the tattoo that I have right here. I wrote this when I was a freshman in college. It's actually from a longer poem, which I'll probably read another day. But yeah, I got it tattooed right here first. And then I was like, this is literally one of my most favorite pieces that I've written. Oh, also, if you guys have ever seen my tattoo on my back, hopefully that kind of shows y'all. It's 2 anatomical human hearts stitched together. So it's like if I took my heart out of my chest and my partner took their heart out of their chest and we like stitched them together. That's a theory for where this image of a heart comes from. And once I learned that, I fell in love with the theory, so I created a poem based off of it, and this is a quote from that poem. I kind of feel like I have to read it now. I feel like I can't say all of that and then not read the poem. But yeah, so I'm very excited. I love the graphics. I don't know if you guys can really see it well, but I'll put pictures up somewhere. But I'm just so excited. It's so crazy because it's like, these things, this is things that I've dreamed about since I was a kid. Like, I've dreamed about this process since I was a kid. I knew that I always wanted a clothing brand. I did not know what it was gonna be, what it was gonna say, but I just knew that when I had it, it would be super authentic to me, and I just love what I made out of it. And here's the other t-shirts if you guys want to see. The quote on there says, "Here I have cried you a river to drown in." That's something else that I wrote a minute ago when I was I might have been in high school when I wrote that. But yeah, so these are the 2 shirts that will be dropping early as hell August. Like, honestly, I'm talking like next week type shit. Like, it's gonna be great. I'm dropping those next week. And yeah, so that's another reason why I'm just like, I think I have this euphoric feeling in me because my friends have already bought my shirts and they've been like casually wearing them. Like, they'll come pick me up and I'm like, oh, like, damn, that shit hard. Where you get that from? But I'm just so excited. I feel like that's another reason why I'm just like, wow. Like, it's really coming into fruition, and I just admire. So yeah, but I felt called to film this video because I just think that we need to talk about transitional periods more and finding comfortability in being uncomfortable, and honestly comfortability in not knowing what the fuck is going on or going to happen, because I talk about you can't know the how all the time, but it's just like you really must let go. Like the other day, like I'm still paying my website designer for my clothing brand, and recently he's been sending invoices back to back. I would have preferred like one invoice every week and a half, but it's kind of been like every 4 days, and it's kind of been like overwhelming. And I was like, well shit, like I wasn't filming on YouTube that much this past month, so like my check is not as big as it normally is. So I was just kind of like, I was getting stressed, but I was like, no, I'm not really finna think about this right now because it's gonna make me stressed out. And then my friend calls me yesterday and is like, hey, are you selling that big ass tent y'all went to camping trip with? If you haven't seen that vlog, definitely check it out. But we bought this fat ass 16-person tent and hated putting that shit up and hating taking that shit down. And I swear to God, I tried to return it to Walmart, but I literally remembered 91 days later after we bought it. So I couldn't return it because the policy ended. But she was like, hey, I have somebody that wants to buy this tent and they're gonna send you this amount of money for it. And I was like, bet, because that tent was expensive as hell. So it's just cool. Yeah, what I'm saying that to say is like, I really enjoy when I can let go of my expectations. I just started smiling like that because I have a tarot card. If you've seen, oh wait, that video hasn't came out yet. This video probably will drop before that one. I don't know. If my Disney vlog is out already, then you can go look at that. But if it's not, then I'll link it up here when it is. But I picked up these tarot cards, or these oracle cards by Louise Hay, and I was smiling when I said that because I looked over at my altar and I seen the tarot card that I had up. I forgot that it was there, and it says, "I let go of all expectations." So yeah, I serve as tribute. Just do what feels right and trust that shit is gonna work out, because when you do what you really want to do in this life, things are going to work out no matter what. Let go of all expectation. Let go of all fear, man. Release fear. The card next to that says, "I release all fear and doubts." So, yeah, intentional. It's really what I've been experiencing recently. Really, really honing in on like what those two things mean, and like just going with the flow. Like, just, that's it. Like, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to overexert myself in other aspects of my life to get what it is that I want. I feel very content with what I have done already. And it's like, while I'm still searching for somewhere to be, like, I know it's going to come to me, and I won't even have to really do much. And it's like, it's like, you ever see something and you're like, that's it. That's it right there. Like, you have no other conviction of anything. You don't need anybody else's validation. It's like, that's my house, that's my car, that's my crystal. Like, that's how I feel when I am drawn to certain crystals in a metaphysical store. It's just like, that's it. That's her right there. So yeah, just keep your faith, man. Just keep your faith. That's it. Like, that's it. And it sounds so simple, but it'd be difficult. But still try, Still try. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Always remember to comment, like, subscribe, same as always, and you guys will see me in the next video.